people, PMC fans, PMC contestants, PMC analysts. Hi, this is your commissioner, Jay Specs, and with this video, I just want to take the time to reflect on the amazing season which we call PMC Season 1. Yes, with this video, that means we are winding down our inaugural season. The first season is done. Didn't necessarily go off without a hitch, but it went off way better than I expected. We didn't have as many people quitting as I thought. Only one person quit, and they didn't even really quit. We just had to move on without them. We had to replace them. As far as not uploading their battles, we only had 3 people do that, and come season 2 that will be fixed. I'm not gonna spoil anything as far as season 2 because we'll have videos for that in the future, but I just want to take the time to say thank you. I'm gonna actually do it personally. Sharpino, my good Aussie friend, thank you very much, my friend. You put your videos out every day. All the times that I asked for the videos to be out, you put it out. You complied. It's not like I was trying to be a dictator or anything, but I didn't have to chase you down to make sure that your video was going out. I really do appreciate that. That means a lot to me. You're a great friend. I didn't think we were actually going to end up being as cool as we were. I thought it was just going to be, hey, you know what? We're going to do a league, and then that's it. No. That's my friend. That's a very cool dude, and I'm glad that the culmination of all of us in the PMC brought me to be a friend with you. Now, all these people's links will be in the description, by the way. Next, I want to thank Twisted Misty. Misty, you don't understand how much I appreciate you, okay? I was just talking about this with one of the other people I'm going to thank in a little bit the other night. I know this was your first league, so you know this was your first time playing as competitive, and you don't think you did as well as you could have done. You did fine, okay? This was your first time getting out. Not everyone starts off amazing, okay? Like, this isn't my first rodeo, but I didn't do as good as I wanted to do. But the main reason I wanted to thank you is because I never had to come to you and say, hey, where's your video? You would come to me if for some strange reason your video wasn't going to get uploaded on that day, or if it wasn't uploaded already and it was that day but it was going up later, you message me, hey, I'm sorry that my video's late, I was busy, it's gonna be up now. And it's like, just the simple fact that you would take the time out to reach out to me and make sure that I know that your video was getting out made me feel amazing, because honestly, I never doubted you. Once you did it the first few times, like once you told me the first few times that it was, well, not first few times, it's not like you were late every week, but I know you're busy. You have a job. You have a full-time job. I understand. But once you came to me the first time and told me, but I didn't have to chase you down, hey, my video is going to be late. From then on, I already knew I can trust you, and I didn't have to worry about running you down. And I appreciate it. I can't wait for you to come back season 2. And this time you're bringing Johan. So that's even better, because he's actually a cool dude too. He started interacting with us season 1, and I'm hyped about both of that. Both of you are amazing, and I appreciate you. Now the next person. These 3 I'm gonna group together just because I recorded for them. Kingdra, V, and Cloud. I appreciate all of you. You all send me your codes with enough time I know sometimes I don't get the opportunity to record the battle till possibly late on Saturday night, but just the fact that you guys are doing what I asked. I asked for you guys to just send me the code when the battle is done, and I'll record it for you. And you all been doing it, and when I do it and send you back the code, you upload the battles. Like, yeah, when it got late, you probably were late once or twice, but mostly if it was my fault, then I can't fault you for that, for your video being late. I appreciate it. You guys, communication was the main thing I stressed for season 1. That's the main thing that makes this successful. As long as we all communicate, we have no excuse for the PMC not to make it and be one of the big leagues up here. So that's 5 people down that I've thanked so far. Who else is in the... I gotta thank my boy the Dugo. Yes, sometimes he missed some uploads, but he'd come back the next week with a culmination of all the videos he missed. Like, I know one of his most recent uploads, he had 3 battles in one. 3 of his battles were all there. Okay, they all were there. All 3 of his battles, and it's very interesting because I love hearing his commentary. I love hearing his thought processes about his battling skills, and it helps me to try to become a better battler, because that's honestly what I want. I'm not, obviously I'm not the best battler, but I feel as if I was good, and League format showed me that I have a room to get better, and I'm gonna do what needs to be done to get better. So hopefully, maybe in the future, I can join the GBA or the UCL or something like that. But if not, I'm not gonna fret, because I have the PMC and I have all of you. All you guys are awesome. Now, the next person I want to thank. Let me see. I have to. I'm sorry. I'm not rambling, but I have to remember everybody that's in the league, people. I have to remember everybody. I think 6, 7 people. Oh, of course. Next, my good friend Lucky Lad TV. Bro, I appreciate you. I never had to ask you either. I came to you one time just to find out that your video was already uploaded. Like, you've been on point. You've been on par, and you're a great battler as well, and I appreciate you joining up with us, and I can't wait for you to be in Season 2. I know it's not as deep as it may have been for some of the other contenders, but he hasn't been as active as he was earlier, so the interaction hasn't been as much. But just know, bro, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything you have done. Now, let me see. I'm trying to think. It's not everyone. Obviously, I'm Tyler, I'm gonna thank, but he's last, okay? I thanked you. Not thinking, okay. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I actually basically did thank everybody, because I forget I'm myself. Next, I want to thank Kyle. Kyle, I appreciate you, my friend. You hopped right in and took over for one of the people that was literally unrepliant. Like, we couldn't reach out to them, and you stepped right in, and we're just able to, fill the void. Just, yeah, I'll take over, and I appreciate that. I'm glad I met you through the other league I was in, and thank you for helping us keep this one going, my friend. I can't wait to see what you can do in the future. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry about that, people. Now, yeah, that's you guys see the standings. Future reference, in future seasons, I'm actually going to leave a link to the spreadsheet in all of the analyst videos, so that you guys can keep up with what's going on. Yeah, now I want to take the time to thank some of the analysts. Shout out to my boy Ryan Plummer. I mean, he wasn't able to do any of his analyst duties just because his life got a little rough, but it is still my friend. I understand why he had to take his eventual step down, but I'm not mad at him about it at all. I understand what's going on. Life is rough. I mean, you're in college, you're a full-time student, you have other engagements you have to get into. I still appreciate the fact that you were here helping me. During the stream, he was the one tweeting out all the picks. So even if he didn't help during the season, that was a lot of help. He helped me run the stream, and I appreciate it. Another one, Noivern, my boy Noivern Nation, he stepped in and helped. Yeah, later on, he was doing the top plays. Later on in the season, it may have gotten a little like he had to stop, but again, we're all busy people, so I understand. I appreciate that he was also on the stream with me, helping me commentate and stuff like that, giving his input, which is always appreciated. It's easier to stream when you stream with friends, and I just appreciate the fact that he was able to step in and help me, even if for a little bit. I appreciate it. Now, next I'd like to thank my boy, Choice CJ, the Momentum Shifters God. Thank you very much, bro. I really appreciated what you were able to do with that series. You made it very entertaining, very... I can't think of the word. Insightful. I mean, I used to be hyped watching that, just because I know I was gonna see things from your point of view, from the outside looking in, on what you felt was the most momentum shifting play, and I can't wait to see, excuse me, people, how things go forward with the league, because your future involvement is what I'm saying. Next, I'd like to thank Kahona, who has kind of been, a backup analyst, so to say. He wasn't necessarily a part of the crew in the beginning, but he stepped in when we needed it, and he started off on one of the weekly recap videos with RG, and then he was able to take over for RG when RG eventually had to stop. So Kahona, thanks, you're a champion. From your boy J Specs, I appreciate you. RG the Awesome, you're awesome, bro. Sorry for everything that happened and made you have to take your step down, but I can't wait for your step forward, and I appreciate you as well. Your weekly recap and power rankings videos that you guys used to make were very entertaining, coming from one of the players. I love seeing stuff like that, seeing you guys' intake, seeing you guys' thoughts about how the season is going and who do you think's good and stuff like that. That's very interesting to me, and that's the main reason why I like league play. Next, I have to give a shout out to my man Dallas Staryu, another person who was unable to complete his duties later on, only because he moved to Japan. Shout out to my boy Dallas, man. Espelancer is his real name. Don't call him Dallas Staryu. That's his team name. He is Espelancer, and my boy works with the GBA now. Let's give my boy a round of applause. My boy in that amazing spreadsheet is now part of the GBA. Bro, I can't wait for you to get your internet back on so you can eventually be a part of this as well. And last but not least, I want to take the time out to thank my co-commissioner, friend, partner, basically a brother, man. Me and Tyler have become very close. I didn't think the relationship we had was going to become what it is, and he's literally been the counterpart I needed, especially in things that I'm not going to spoil, where he basically took his commissioner part and stepped it up. All the stuff that I know, I'm basically the vocal leader, the vocal commissioner, but I can't do graphics. He's the one doing the stream graphics. He's the one doing stuff like that. Yes, I was able to get us graphics for other projects and stuff like that. But everything behind the scenes he's doing. He's the one that manages the sheet, even though I help. I help with everything. I'm not going to sit here and not, do anything. But everything I didn't do, he did. And I appreciated that. And I really do appreciate the steps up he's taking to help me even more while we're going forward. And there's a lot good to come. As far as the season closing, though, it was a very good season. I'm very happy with how things turned out, even though some people didn't. No shots to anybody. I mean, I'm not trying to take shots or anything. It's just the rules were stated that uploads were mandatory through the whole season. And I mean, if the rules aren't followed, something has to be done about it. You can't get mad at me for making the necessary moves I have to make if you don't follow the rules that were put in place in front of you. So I mean, with that being said, season 2 won't be for a while because we do have something. In fact, I'm gonna drop it right now. This is gonna be a season 1 ending video, as well as side of a PMC announcement video. We are having a D-League. For those of you who didn't know already, it was announced on the Twitter. The roster is full. D-League will be fully commencing once the PMC Season 1 champion is found. And once that is found, we will be streaming the draft on my Twitch. The PMC D-League Season 1 draft. We have 12 competitors. And basically, the whole reason of the D-League is between either from 2 to 6 players from the D-League get to move up into the main roster for Season 2 of the PMC, because yes, we are expanding. We go from 12 teams Season 2 to 16 teams because of how well we all feel it went, and the interest level that I'm getting of people that want to join it. We're all hyped. We are all ready to go, and hopefully the D-League keeps up the intensity and is able to live up to the hype that's set before it as well, because we have some very, very good competitors. We will have interviews for that as well, so you guys will get to meet all the coaches. You'll find out their logos, stuff like that. And yeah, I want to shout out, give it time to shout out a very good friend of mine, Dolphin, for making the new PMC intro. So yes, we are making moves, people. We have an intro. Another thing, we have a website now, and we have an application. So anyone who wants to, join future seasons, whether it be an analyst or a player, a coach or an analyst, you can apply. And when we open up submissions, so that for you guys to apply to join a league, you can. Now, like season 1, it's a capture card league, but we're not going to penalize you if you don't have a capture card and you want to join. It is mandatory uploads. That's rule number. Mandatory uploads, no matter what. Mandatory uploads, and yeah, as long as you're able to comply to that, I have no problem letting you join. But you just have to apply, just because of the amount of people that actually want to play is astounding. So I am opening up the doors for applications, because I don't want to be the bad guy, tell somebody verbally, oh yeah, you can join, but then 20,000 people want to join, Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, I want this to make it fair for everybody. When on the Twitter, and even on my Twitter, JSpecs21, I will tell when we are opening up for submissions as far as applications, and hopefully we can continue. Alright, so the next video you guys should see will most likely be season-ending awards, and maybe some playoff recap, stuff like that, because the playoffs start next week. Right now, this is week 10 as I'm recording this, and this may drop on Sunday, the day that all the week 10 battles drop, and from then on, all of the playoff spots will be locked down. And yeah, look forward to the season-ending the season ending awards, my lord, and then get ready for the D League. The D League's gonna be hype. I'm going to introduce some roles for the D League. I'm gonna introduce changes for the D League, and yeah, we're gonna introduce new analysts and all that good stuff. Alright, I'm done babbling. I don't want to sit here and babble, but I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. JSpecs signing out, people. Goodbye.